EPM, or Equine Protozoal Myelitis, is an infection that is picked up from the horse as an aberrant host via manure from, or the droppings of the possum. Possums tend to go across the grazed area. They picked it up due to their exposure, and the horse picks it up. It migrates through their gastrointestinal tract and locates itself in the nervous tissue of the central nervous tissue of the spinal cord of the horse. Stress levels of the horse essentially create migration of the organism, the protozoal organism, and via migration they destroy several tracts or sections of the nerve tracts of the nervous tissue throughout the central nervous system, i.e. the spinal cord. Symptomatically, what we see performance deficits in subtle cases, meaning that they don't have the ability to perform as well. In serious or localized focal cases, we will see sections of atrophy of muscle groups, large muscle groups. Can be anywhere from a small section in the neck to a large section across the hip. In addition, we will even see multifocal sites where you'll see maybe paralysis of the airway, affected areas in muscle, or sometimes area of the hind end where it's so generalized that the horse essentially shows ataxia or neurological symptoms associated with decreased afferent efferent flow through the nervous tracts throughout the central nervous system.
Seems like I've been around a lot of horses with EPM, and it seems like obviously early diagnosis is extremely important.
Oh yeah,
and
definitely.
that horses can be treated and come back to be 100%.
Well, there have been several cases. The severe ones where they lose large sections of the tract, I mean, I've seen it go so far as where the horse had to be euthanized. But the earlier that we detect it and that we recognize that there's a potential problem here, and the quicker that we go with a proper antiprotozoal that will kill this organism, the better results are. So obviously being proactive. Very, very typically when I buy or part of the vetting process of groups of horses as yearlings at the yearling sales, we go ahead and just treat them across the board because we don't know which ones have been infected, which ones not. Now you can test for it. For exposure, at least it'll tell you if the horse has been exposed and tell you if they have an active infection or not. The only way you can actually diagnose an actual infection is CSF tap and do a Western blot on the CSF fluid, and that'll tell you if you actually have an ongoing clinical case or not, and that is located in the CSF fluid via the central nervous system.